What's going on, guys? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and should the Indianapolis Colts draft Jared first? I'm going to give you guys my thoughts in just a minute. Before I do, though, if you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon. That way you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack the like button. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. Now, we are 3 days away from the NFL draft, which is absolutely crazy. I'm very happy that we're here. It's one of my favorite times of the year. I love the NFL draft. And for the last 2 years, we pretty much knew what they were going to do in the draft. 2 years ago, we knew they were going to go receiver. Last year, we knew they were going to go quarterback. We just didn't know 2 years ago what receiver they were going to take and what quarterback they were going to take last year. That was the only mysterious part of it, but we knew what position they were going to address. This year, we have no clue. I honestly have no clue what they're going to do. They could trade up. They could trade back. They could stay put. They could go receiver. They could go edge. They can go corner. They could do anything. They could go tight end. I truly don't know what they're going to do. And that's what makes this year a lot of fun. Like, the last 2 years were fun, absolutely, because you didn't know who they were going to take. But the fact that not only do you not know who they're going to take, but you don't know what position they're going to address, that's what makes it fun. And one of the positions that I feel like they should address in the draft, and honestly, I think the first round would be a good idea to address this, is edge rusher. I think edge rusher is a position that I would absolutely address. Yes, the Colts, they did break the franchise record for most sacks. They were top 5 last year in sacks, but consistently they weren't getting pressure. Like, there were some games where they were getting pressure and they were getting a bunch of sacks, and then you look at the Bengals game where they were going up against a pretty banged up offensive line, couldn't really do a whole lot in that game. So I feel like edge rusher is something they absolutely should address. And one of the top edge rushers in this draft is Jared Verse. Now, there are some people that are all for Jared Verse. There are some people that don't want Jared Verse. So he's kind of mixed when it comes to Colts fans. I'm sure if he was drafted, everybody would welcome him to Indianapolis, but right now it is pretty mixed. Jared Verse last season had a really good year for Florida State. 41 total tackles, 23 solo, 18 assisted, 2 pass deflections, had 9 sacks. I know PFF says 11, ESPN says 9, and he also had 1 forced fumble. Pretty productive year for Florida State. So with that being said, should the Colts draft Jared Verse? If Jared Verse is available at 15, which I believe he will be, yes, I think they should draft Jared Verse. Now, in many mock drafts, he's kind of all over the place. I've seen some have him being taken by the Bears at 9, and I've seen some people have him being taken more at that 20 to 25 range. So he's kind of been all over the place, but in my opinion, I believe he's going to be at 15, and if he is at 15, yes, I would draft Jared Verse. When you look at his numbers for quarterback hits and quarterback hurries, it's better than Dallas Turner. He has 15 quarterback hits and 36 quarterback hurries. I believe Dallas Turner has 11 quarterback hits and 33 quarterback hurries. So pretty similar, but Jared Verse does have better numbers when it comes to the hits and the hurries than Dallas Turner, and they do have the same amount of sacks as well. Now, with Latu from UCLA, he has more sacks, but Jared Verse does have the same amount of quarterback hits, and Jared Verse has more hurries than Latu. So there's that to keep in mind. So Jared Verse is absolutely talented, very good in the pass rush. And honestly, I think adding him to this defensive line makes our defense better as a whole. Because you got to look at it this way. If you can get consistent pressure on quarterbacks, it's going to make your secondary's life so much easier because the corners, the safeties, the linebackers even, they won't have to follow their man as much if you're getting that consistent pressure on the opposing quarterback. That was an issue for us this past season. adding Jared Verse, having him next to probably DeForest Buckner, if I had to guess, I think that makes the defensive line better because they're going to start getting more pressure. You can't double team DeForest Buckner. You can't double team Jared Verse. You can't double team Grover. You can't double team Sampson. It's just going to make everybody's lives on that defense a lot easier. And I think DeForest Buckner's numbers, they're going to go up if you take Jared Verse or if you take any of these dominant defensive linemen to be on the edge. I think you're going to make DeForest Buckner's job a lot easier. So, yes, I personally would draft Jared Verse. But of course, I'm not the one making the pick. That would be Chris Ballard in this front office. And would they take Jared Verse? In my opinion, I think they would. The fact that they offered Danielle Hunter more money than Houston shows that they want to add a edge rusher. And I think that they absolutely would add an edge rusher in this draft. So I think if Jared Verse is available, they would be very interested in adding him. And I think they would add Jared Verse, in my opinion. So yes, I think the Colts would add Jared Verse, and I would add Jared Verse as well. And that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon so you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like the video, smack the like button. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at @horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. Thursday's the draft. I'm very excited. But that's going to do it. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt, Bleed Blue, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other two videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.